Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium medium database question that I just solved on my own. So I'm super happy about this and I'm very glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let's go over it and let me show you how I did it. This is number 3166, calculate parking fees and duration. So write a solution to find the total parking fee paid by each car across all parking lots, where the average hourly fee is paid by each car. Okay, cool. So looking at the examples is a lot clearer for me. And basically for here, this is an entry and we want to find the difference in hours. So that's going to be a little bit of work, but let's go ahead and do that first. So for each car ID, let's create a let's go ahead and create for the total fee paid and the average hourly fee. So average hour, total fee, and let's create two default dicts of type integers, because when we look for each car ID, we're just going to look for this and then the total fee and the average hourly fee, and we're going to divide the two. So okay, so first, so we're going to actually, the fee paid is just going to be, so let's call this total hour. Sorry, total hour and total F. So we're going to add this up and then add this up, add this, add this, add this, add this, and then divide all of these by all of these for that particular car ID. So, okay, so the total fee paid, that's pretty straightforward. Let's just go ahead and loop through this parking transactions. Let's call this car ID and enumerate parking transactions. Car ID. So then we can just say total F total fee of car ID dot append, or just plus equals to parking transactions fee paid of I. So that's pretty straightforward. And then for the total hours, so the hours is going to be a little bit challenging because we're just going to say that's, well, first let's get the difference is just the exit time minus the entry time. So parking transactions exit time of I minus parking transactions entry time of I. Cool. So now this has to be, so if we print the diff, okay, so you can see that this is what we want is, let's say this is 30 because this is half an hour, so that's 0.5. This is a quarter, 3/4 of an hour, so that's 75. So basically, let's go ahead and get, now let's just call this is going to be string diff dot split of -1, and let's print now just to get this part. And then let's go ahead and split that again by the semicolon, or no, just the colon itself. And then now we can just say the hours is just going to be int now of 0. So integer of this plus integer of now of 1 divided by 60. So if we print hours, you can see that this should line up 2.5, 1.75, 1.25, 1.25, and so that looks correct to me. So then we can just say tot hour for this particular car ID plus equals to hours. Okay, so now let's loop through. Let's get all the car IDs. It's just going to be a set of parking transactions car ID, and then for C and car IDs, let's get the total fee paid is just going to be total fees of C, and then the average hourly fee is going to be total fee of the, or total hours of C divided by total fees of C. So let's print total fee paid and average hourly fee. Okay, let's get rid of this and this and this. Okay, that's not correct. It's actually the other way around. Okay, cool. And now we just have to round this to 2 decimal places. Oops, let's do that. So round this to 2 decimal places using the round function, and you get this, which lines up perfectly. So now we just have to get the car ID. So that's just going to be C, and then the most time lot. So this is a little challenging because if you notice something, that each lot ID can have multiple entries, so you have to take into account all of them. So basically creating like a dictionary for the specific car IDs, lot IDs, total times for each lot ID. Okay, so now let's just call this most time and do a default dict of type list, because we're just going to say most time of CID. We're going to append the lot ID and then the total time now. So let's do most time of CID dot append. So first of all, we need the lot ID. So parking transactions lot ID of I. And then we also need the hours, and then we can just say, well, that's fine right now. And then let's call this MM is most time of C. So that's just going to give us this. If we print MM, now we can actually go ahead and start doing the work we need, because, for example, these two are going to be added together. Yeah, so those two are going to be added together, and then we can just say, let's create a counter, and for A, let's call this the ID. I forget what this is now, and then the hours in enumerates MM, or let's just call this an MM. Then we can just say CD of I plus equals to H. So then let's also say biggest, because we want to see which guy has the biggest total time spent. So we can say biggest is max of biggest CD of I. And then let's go ahead and print CD. So you can see here that 1 is the biggest time. So we can just say for A, B, and C dot CD dot items, if B is equal to the biggest, then now we can just go ahead. Let's create a list called answer. Now we can say answer dot append C tot fee paid average hourly fee, and then the most time lot, which is just going to be A. So that's the key itself, right? And then at the end, let's just go ahead and print answer. Let's get rid of this. Okay, cool. So as you can see, that looks correct. And then last but not least, resulting table in ascending order by car ID. So just going to be car ID. And then now we can just gather the results A, B, C, D, make 4 columns, 4 arrays, standard stuff. Append v0, b dot append v1, c dot append v2, and d dot append v3. And then create our empty data frame, return it. 2, 3, 4. Car ID equals A equals B equals C equals D. Total fee paid average hourly fee, most time lot. Okay, cool. Now let's try to run this again and submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm super happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching, and also stay tuned for more.